Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn, a daily energy reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take the parts that do resonate. If it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate, as those may be meant for someone else. All right, so we're going to get some cards and we're going to look at what you may possibly be struggling with, what you may need to look at, and possible future energies. All right, Capricorn for today. Capricorn for today. What's going on with Capricorn? Struggling with emotions, feeling overly sensitive, struggling with happiness, focusing on the positive. I feel like you have a lot of scattered energy today. What does Capricorn need to look at? We have the Star card, which is Aquarius. We have the Wheel of Fortune, change, direction, focusing on the positive things that you do have. Sometimes when we get stuck in this energy here, we can't see anything positive. We can't see all of the good things that we do have in our life. Future energies, we have the Hierophant, which can represent Taurus. We have the Six of Wands, success and victory, rising above a situation. So I feel like you're going to be able to rise above this. I do feel that you're going to be able to get past this. We have Temperance, which is Sagittarius, patience, balance. And, ooh, look at that. We have the Nine of Cups for overall energy. I love it. Look at that big smile on his face. I love it. Look at that. Exciting. So what you may possibly be struggling with is, as I was saying, is your emotions and your feelings, and feeling kind of frustrated today, kind of feeling stormy. I'm looking at those clouds. Sometimes we have those days where we're like, ugh, like where's the happiness? Where's the positive, right? I'm just feeling, not feeling into it today, right? Feeling scattered. I want to do this, I want to do that, I'm not really sure where I want to go, I can't really take actions on anything. And I also feel like sometimes it's okay to have those days. Maybe it's yourself telling yourself that, hey, today's the day where I don't want to focus on anything. Today's the day where I don't want to do anything. Today's the day where I just want to kind of feel my emotions, be in my emotions, just kind of have one of those days where it's, maybe sit and watch movies, or, I just have one of those days where it's just to be in your emotions and your feelings. And that's okay. But again, it's like I've said before, is that you have to be careful that you don't, that doesn't continue into weeks or months, that you have to kind of recognize that okay, this has been going on for a longer time, or that I don't want to get stuck in that energy. What you need to look at is the Star card, the Wheel of Fortune, and I almost feel like sometimes before big changes happen, it's almost like there's like that quiet part, and then all of a sudden it's like change starts to come in and things start to happen and we start to get busy, and it's almost like, are you like kind of relaxing? Are you kind of resting up for what's to come in for you? Because with this Wheel of Fortune, I feel like that represents change that's coming in for you. And I feel like it's a new direction, and it's some new energy, and it's definitely positive and rewarding, especially with the overall energy of the Nine of Cups. I just feel like it's right before something big happens, that like this is right before like things are about to change. Future energies, we have the Six of Wands, which is rising above a situation, seeing all the support that you have around you. Success and victory. The Hierophant, is that grounding energy. It's that faith, and it's that belief that everything's going to be okay, that everything's going to balance out, that I'm going to get my Nine of Cups. And what does that Nine of Cups represent for you? What does that mean for you, right? Is it having to do with feeling emotionally better and positive every day, that, you know, you're not stressing about things and that you're feeling positive and you're looking forward to things? Or is it, you know, that career or that job? But in order for that Nine of Cups to come in, you have to take actions to make it happen. We can't just sit on the couch and say, well, you know, I'm going to wait. That would be really nice. I mean, it would be like, okay, yeah, I'm just going to sit here and wait for my Nine of Cups. I feel that to have that Nine of Cups is that you have to take those actions to make that Nine of Cups come to fruition. And if it's, you want to be positive every day, it's like, okay, for me, when I was struggling, every day I had a journal and I would write 5 things that I wanted to manifest, 5 things that made me feel positive, 5 things that, you know, really made me feel hopeful. And I started my day with that. And that was the energy that I kept myself in. And that's what I kept focusing on. And if I started to go to the negative, then I turned that around and I said, no, I don't want to go to the negative today. And I was catching myself and I was just like looking around and I was being positive. I was trying to do the best that I could to be positive. And if that's what your Nine of Cups is, then you have to make those efforts to make sure that you focus on the positive things and you use those tools that you need to, that make you feel happy, that make you feel like you're in a good mood or you're in a good, you know, frame of mind. And if it's about a career or a job, then you have to take the actions to start researching and start, you know, putting your resume out there. Or do I have to go back to school in order to make this happen? Or do I need to gain some knowledge about how I'm going to make this happen, right? That you take those steps to make your Nine of Cups come true. If it's, hey, I want to buy this new car. Okay, so I'm going to set up a budget and I'm going to put X amount of money each week or each month aside for this car. That I'm going to cut back here, but I'm going to put it aside for here. Like, what is it that you can do to have that come to fruition, right? To have that work. What are those things that you can do to make it happen? If it's a new relationship, right? Are there things that you have to work on from past relationships? Do you need to get past that and then focus on what makes you happy, right? Focusing on your job, focusing on your home life, focusing on your friends, doing those things that make you happy. You know, maybe it's joining some new clubs or doing some new things or going out a little bit more and getting yourself out there, but keeping yourself in a positive energy so that that person comes in for you, that you're at a really good space, right? That if you're, you know, you're being independent and you're finding you, right? And that you're in a good place, and then that person, you know, will come in for you, and not getting frustrated. Well, I'm sitting here waiting and it's been, you know, a year and nothing's happened and I'm irritated and I'm frustrated and I keep going on the dating sites and it's all a bunch of crazy people and I'm getting so mad. Well, I mean, if you're surrounding yourself with that energy, right, then it's going to be this constant frustration. But I feel that if you're focusing on yourself and you're in a good place and you're in a good space, then I feel like that brings in that right person when the timing is right. Maybe you feel that you're ready, or maybe that person has other things that they have to work on, that they have to deal with, that they have to work through. And, you know, just saying, well, maybe my person just needs some more time. Maybe my person isn't ready to come in right now, and maybe they're working on things. So I'm going to keep myself in a positive space and work on my things that I need to work on. It's all about perception and how you see it. Maybe there's a new job opportunity that comes in for you, right? Because you're focusing on your thing and your own work, and you're like, oh, maybe there's a change in position at work. And so that brings you to this person, right? Or this career or this job change, or you start going out more with your friends because you're like happy, instead of sitting home waiting for, you know, that person to knock on the door. You're like, yeah, I'm going to go out and I'm going to go have fun, right? You know, my friends are asking me to go hang out, and you go hang out, and then you could meet that person there. You never know. Being open to those opportunities and getting yourself out there and exploring more, but being in a good place, right? An emotionally good place, right? Feeling emotionally positive, feeling emotionally good, right? And those things come in for you. I love this. The Eight of Wands, the positive, the sun is coming right towards you with these wands, right? And that's what you have to feel, right? Feeling emotionally good, being in a good place, focusing on the positive. Just keep pursuing those things that make you happy, doing those things that make you feel fulfilled, reaching out. Is there somebody that you want to reach out to? You know, is there somebody that sparked your interest and you want to reach out to them and connect with them? Or maybe it's a friendship. It doesn't really mean that you have to wait for them. If there's someone that you're feeling, hey, you know what, I'm feeling confident, I'm going to reach out to that person, or I'm going to see what's going on. So I feel like it's feeling that if there's someone you want to reach out to, that you go ahead and you do that. Ready to move forward in a positive light with the sun being here, letting go of the old things, letting go of the past. Sometimes we think we're ready for relationships, but we're really not. I've definitely had many times where I thought I was ready for a relationship, and then as soon as I've gotten into a relationship, I'm like, oh boy, yeah, I'm not really ready for this. I don't want to deal with this. I'm not ready. And I needed to, it got to the point where I was just like, you know what, I just need time to myself. I really need to focus on me. And I'm so happy that I did. You know, I really took that time to myself to process things, work on things, and find my happy place. Page of Pentacles. Pages are young energy, new energy, focusing on the positive, that new outlook. Queen of Wands, that doing something about it, taking actions to make things happen. And that's exactly what I was saying with the Nine of Cups, is if you want your Nine of Cups, you have to take the actions to make that Nine of Cups happen. What can you do to help make that Nine of Cups happen? Seeing things from a different perspective. I love it. Again, not sitting on the couch waiting for this Nine of Cups to happen, but you're seeing that, hey, I got to make it happen. I got to be in the right frame of mind. I've got to, you know, if I want something, do I have to budget for it? Do I have to go to school for it? Do I have to put my resume out there? What is it that I have to do to help to work on my Nine of Cups, to help my Nine of Cups come in, whatever that Nine of Cups represents for you, seeing it from a different perspective. Yes, it would be really nice to look up in the sky and make a wish, right, on a star and say, this is what I want, and then it happens. That would be absolutely amazing. And maybe for some people that happens for them because they're manifesting that, because they're in that energy. But for some people, you know, we have to take those actions and do those things to make that Nine of Cups come true. But while you're doing that, working on yourself, you're growing, you're evolving, you're changing, you're realizing that, hey, I can make my own dreams come true. I can make things happen. I have my own power to make things happen. Right? That I have all of that power for things to happen. It's all within me. I'm not going to put that on someone else. I'm going to put that on me. All right, so let's close out with a Whispers of Healing. We have kindness, right? I just feel like with their smiles, it's just like being happy for what it is that we have now and where we're at, and thankful for what we have and the people that surround us. And again, spending time with the people that make us happy, or doing those things that make us happy and make us feel good and put us in a good frame of mind, and then we feed off of that. I know that when I started to really focus on, you know, positive energy, and I started doing that, it was like when I felt myself going to the negative, I'm like, yeah, I don't really want to be in the negative. It felt so good to feel positive and motivated and excited and in that positive energy. I want to get back to that. I want to get back to that feeling of that great positive motivational energy. And I don't want to be in this heavy energy, this sad energy, this dark energy. I don't want to be in that. right? And then I would kind of look at things, well, what can I do to turn that around for me? How can I get back to that positive? And that's something that, it's like once you get used to being in this positive energy, and it's like that's where you want to be, that's where you want to stay, and you don't want to go back. Some days you have those days where you struggle, and that's okay. But then it's like, yeah, I want to get back to the happiness. I want to get back to my Nine of Cups and working on that. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.